Hello, so welcome back to Learning Biology. In this video, we're going to cover two sections, 13.7 and 13.8. Alright, so these two are the easiest sections, so don't worry. Okay, so get ready and let's get started. So earlier we've talked about pregnancy, right? So after 9.5 months, 過完9個半月啦, the mother would normally, after 9.5 months, the mother would give birth to the fetus. And once it is given birth, it is called a baby. Alright? Alright, so when we talk about the birth process, this is the last month of the pregnancy. Gradually, so when you look at this diagram, you can somehow see that the baby is also changing. Look at here. So normally, this depends, alright? Normally, the baby's head will be facing this way. But when it is about time for the mother to give birth, 當係差唔多時間嗰陣時啦, so it will start facing downwards. And as you can see, this whole area, this whole thing will be the uterus. And then this is the vagina, okay? Just as an extra knowledge for you is that when the baby does this flip, 當佢進行一個調位嗰陣時啦, when the baby is trying to change the position and then have his head facing downwards, in some cases, quite rare though, that the umbilical cord may strangle the baby. 咁有啲時候咧就係呢一個臍帶, the umbilical cord will strangle or will like make a knot, will tie the neck of the baby. Okay? And in this case, it's very dangerous, of course. And usually, the doctor will need to cut open the abdomen of the mother. 咁就需要剖腹啦，去生㗎啦。Alright? So cut open the abdomen of the mother and then give birth to the baby. Okay? Yeah, so this is an extra knowledge. So let's go back and see. 好啦, so in the last month, usually 啦, fetus 就慢慢 change 呢個 position 啦, and then have the head 就會 facing to the cervix 啦, head closer to the cervix 啦, 即係子宮頸嘅位啦, and then prepare for birth. And then when it's ready, the hormone will also change. The hormonal level will also change to stimulate the muscle contraction. 去刺激咗個 muscle 啦 of the uterine wall to contract rhythmically. Rhythmically 即係代表係一個韻律嘅，有規律嘅。Okay? So just like periodically. Alright, so similar wordings. So 呢一個啦，真係講分娩嗰陣時 when it is really giving birth, we can also use this word 就叫做一個 labor. Okay, laboring. So labor can be divided into 3 stages. Okay, so the details may not be really important, but somehow you just need to keep this in mind. 得唔得呢一個過程啊? So first one, 我哋會叫 dilation. Dilation, you will need to know this word later. So dilation is word coming from dilate. Dilate 就係擴張, okay? So 舒張啊，擴張 dilation 啊, alright? Okay, so this one takes up like 6 to 12 hours. Because we know that there will be like 陣痛. So it's like from time to time the mother will feel a sudden pain, okay? And the painfulness will gradually get larger and larger. So 會越嚟越痛啦, right? And this is actually talking about the hormonal change. So the uterine lining will keep on like contracting harder and harder, and then in a rhythmically way. Rhythmically way. Okay? 咁呢一個啦就叫 dilation 啦. Somehow, these 4 points are quite important. In the past, this is tested about the sequence. 佢會考慮個次序啦. Okay? So remember, the first one is not the contraction of muscle wall. 第一個唔係 contraction of 呢個 uterine 嘅 muscle 啊. Okay? The first one 係啲咩咧？係 cervix 要 dilate 咗先嘅. The cervix will dilate, 然後 allow your fetus to pass through 咯. The second one 就會係呢個 uterus 嘅 wall contract, okay? And then 咁就會 tear the amnion 啦，就會整爛咗 tear. So tear is like breaking the amnion, 令到羊膜穿咗啦. And then the amnion will break, and then amniotic fluid will flow out, acting as the lubricant. 得唔得 ？So just remember 1 and 2. So this is often mixed up. 第一個會 cervix dilate， 然後 uterine wall 會 contract。Omnium wall 就會 break 咗啦 ，and then fluid will flow out, acting as 呢一個嘅 lubricant 啦。Okay, and then there will be the delivery. This one takes a shorter time. Okay, because once the amniotic fluid is is leaking out, the baby may suffer from 呢一個嘅may suffer from 呢一個嘅 desiccation 啦。Okay, the baby may suffer from desiccation. It may also be out of oxygen. Yeah. Okay, so this is something to be aware of. Usually, this delivery it takes a shorter time. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Also, one last thing, desiccation. So desiccation, why is it? So because there is no water, right? So because there is no more amniotic fluid, right? Also, once the amniotic fluid is flows out, the lubricant will also be lost. Okay, so somehow this delivery process 呢一個嘅分娩啦，去接生嘅過程咧 needs to be quite quick. Okay， 有呢兩個問題啊 ，desiccation 缺水啦、脫水啦，同埋呢個 out of oxygen 嘅缺氧嘅，得唔得 ？Okay, so and then these three are less important. Just have a look at it. 咁然後啦，我哋就會知道咯，就會係 delivery 啦 ，aided by 一個嘅 mother 嘅 pushing 啦。So where is the pushing？ 就係一個 contraction of 呢一個嘅 muscle 啦。咁你留意咯 ，be careful is that the abdominal muscle 唔係一個 uterine lining， sorry 唔係一個 uterine walls 嗰度會 contract 啦 ，abdominal muscle 咧亦都會 contract 嘅 ，alright？ So this is the third muscle that is contracting，OK？ 然後啦 fetus 就會 push out 啦 through the vagina，OK？And then the umbilical cord 就會going along 啦 with the fetus，and then 然後就會 tied and cut 啦。OK， 就會摘咗佢啦，然後就會剪咗佢噶啦。Alright， OK， sorry， miss out this one. So the uterine wall will contract more strongly 啦，同埋一個嘅 more frequently 啦。And at the same time，你嘅 abdominal muscle 亦都會 contract。OK，to push out the fetus。去最尾啦，就係一個嘅 delivery， 亦都係排出啦 of 一個 placenta。The placenta will also be lost after the baby is given birth， 得唔得 ？OK。好啦，咁然後啦 so you see that it takes a very short time. So the placenta will detach from the uterine wall. OK， 通常就in case it is not cleaned up completely 啦，假如唔能夠完整咁掹到成個嘅 placenta, if we cannot take out the placenta completely, we may put a hand inside to or use some other tools to help us take away the placenta， 得唔得？咁正常嚟講啦 ，normally the mother will also push out the placenta after the baby is given birth， 得唔得 ？by 一個 muscular contraction 嘅 muscle contraction 咁樣啦。Okay, so this is only saying that if contraction is not strong enough, okay, so the mother does not have enough efforts, does not have enough power 嘅話咧，咁 maybe a lot of reasons. The mother is old, the mother is feeling very painful, that she needs to take up some 我哋叫笑嘅氣啦 that will make the mother relax. Okay, 咁 in these cases she may not have enough power to push the baby out. 咁 in this case 咧就會係嗰啲嘅 doctors 就會 use 呢個 forceps 啦 ，forceps 係一啲鉗啦，或者一啲嘅 vacuum 啦，一啲嘅真空吸啦 ，it will help to pull the fetus out 咁樣嘅，得唔得 ？Okay, so and then after that the baby 啦就會 take its first breath 啦，咁by giving a loud cry，咁 we know that somehow the doctor will try to keep on hitting or patting the baby， 不斷拍佢啦 ，until the baby give out a cry。咁佢一 give out a cry 嗰陣時咧 ，he will take in air from the atmosphere， 佢就會吸咗第一啖氣啦 ，and then he or she will keep on like using his or her lung to breathe， 就會咁噶啦。OK， 好啦，咁最尾啦就會係 the remains 啦，咁the remains of 呢個 umbilical cord，remain 即係代表剩翻低嘅部分，剩餘嘅。Alright， so the umbilical cord will still be attached to the baby，but then after a few days 佢就會 dry up 啦 and fall off， 咁就會導致到一個 navel 啦，導致一個 scar， 咁呢個就係我哋嘅肚臍啦。OK， 就係 navel 啦。Okay, and then the last part, this is the last part of this section, yes. 咁樣啦 so this time we're talking about something about the stem cells. Okay, 一啲嘅最 primary 嘅 cell 啦。Okay, so it is a life-saving blood. 咁 normally where do we get the stem cell? If you still remember, stem cell is very important because stem cell can differentiate into any type of cells. 佢能夠變成，佢能夠係分化啦，成為咗 any type of cell 嘅。Alright, differentiate 啊。This one we don't say it as cell division. Okay, we say this kind of thing as cell differentiation. 自己度讀啦 ，cell differentiation. Okay, 咁然後咯 Okay, so when we talk about the stem cell, so where normally we can find them in the bone marrow 就係骨髓啦 ，bone marrow 要識啊 ，alright? And then some of the stem cell can also be found in umbilical cord 喺個臍帶嗰度都會揾得到嘅 ，alright? And somehow these stem cells are effective 係有用㗎啦 to treat certain 某一啲嘅 blood cancer 血癌also known as 骨癌啦 ，alright? So it requires transfer of bone marrow 係需要一啲近親啦 ，so it's like from your relatives, from family members, and then he or she will transfer the bone marrow to you, alright, to treat your bone or blood cancer. Okay, so somehow this umbilical cord, the stem cell inside can also treat the blood cancer. 咁相對地啦 ，comparatively, the collection of cord blood，OK, cord blood 即係你個 umbilical cord 嘅 blood 啦 ，is easier 同埋 safer 啦。Also 當然唔使講啦 ，less painful 啦。OK, you may have heard that collecting the bone marrow is more painful, a lot more painful than collecting blood. OK, 咁然後啦，OK, so there will be no invasive procedure because somehow we will not need the umbilical cord anymore. 得唔得 So it depends. We just collect the cord blood immediately after birth. 得唔得 Okay. So that's all for this birth process. There are 2 questions which are not too difficult, so I will skip it as well. So please do it yourself. And then the last one. So earlier we've said something like prenatal care, right? And this time after birth is called parental care. So prenatal is related to pregnant. This time, when we talk about parental, it's related to parents. Alright, so normally this is very much like common sense, okay? So just be a little bit more carefree. Then babies cannot take care of themselves, so they need parental care. So when we talk about parental care, it's likely both mother and father, alright? 咁然後啦，會 provide them with love and care 啦，包括 a lot of things， 包括可能係 materials， 係一啲 physical 嘅嘢啦，或者一啲 mental 嘅一啲嘅 provision 嘅 ，OK？Love and care 唔止係 material 㗎。Alright, so food clothing shelter, that means 一個棲息地啦，或者一個居所啦。Alright, education, alright, knowledge 啦 ，over a long period of time 嘅。咁 this one, a little bit more thing for you to know 就係this parental care 咧 is only, let's say, parental care is mostly found in mammals only. 大多數都只係哺乳類會有嘅啫 ，alright? So we can't, some species of fish, sorry, where am I? Some species of fish or amphibians. So amphibians is 兩棲類啦 ，alright? So some species may also show behavior of taking care of the sibling, of their offspring. Yeah, okay, but it is quite rare. Okay, normally the fish, after they lay the eggs, the amphibians, just like frogs, after they lay the eggs, they'll leave. Okay, but some of them, some species will actually show some behavior, which is 展現一啲嘅行為啦 that they are taking care of their babies. Alright, but for most mammals, especially like gorilla, like 猩猩 or monkeys, we spend a lot more time on taking care of our offspring. Okay? 好啦, so why is it excuse me. So why do we need parental care? This is to ensure better development. Okay, therefore increase the chance of survival. Now, these two sentences 要去記啦。咁 better development, that means we provide more efforts to the baby 啦 therefore 佢會有一個 higher chance of survival 嘅。So 即係得多啲嘅機會啦，去能夠生存啦。So you can think about this. Somehow, how many offspring does the fish produce? Maybe like 100 or above, right? But normally what about human? Human normally 1 to 10 maximum, right? 10 babies at a time, maximum. Okay? 但係啦 in this case, somehow since we're giving birth to a lower number, 因為我哋生少啲 a lower number, so therefore we need to increase their chance of survival. 咁你點樣去 increase 佢嘅 chance of survival 啊？點樣確保佢哋能夠 survive better 啊？咁就係providing 呢個嘅 parental care 啦。OK？ 好啦，然之後咯 and then when we talk about parental care 啦 start with 呢個 breastfeeding 嘅 breastfeeding 就係一個嘅母乳餵哺啦 and then so after a few weeks 啦咁就會呢個嘅a few weeks before 佢哋嘅 birth 啦咁呢個 breast 嘅 mammary glands so this is also telling you mammary glands is one typical feature for mammals. OK? Typical 係即係代表特定嘅特色啦，特定嘅一個現象，特定嘅一個特色啦，係 for mammals 嘅。So later in a future chapter, we will need to distinguish 即係分辨啦 distinguish fish, amphibians 然後 mammals OK? So we need to distinguish them. So how do we distinguish them? Some of them has some special features， 有一啲好特別特定嘅一啲嘅特色喺度嘅 ，OK？ And mammary glands is the typical feature for mammals， 得唔得？通常大部分嘅哺乳類動物啦，絕大部分啦都係會有呢一個嘅乳腺嘅 mammary glands， 自己就讀啦 ，OK？ So this mammary glands will help the mother to produce milk，OK？ 然後啦 to carry out 呢個 breastfeeding 啦。Okay, so how is it good? 點樣對個 baby 嚟講係 good 嘅咧 ？Contain all the essential nutrients 會有所有需要嘅 nutrients Of course, nowadays, 或者 earlier 啦 some women, some mother may not be able to produce 呢一個嘅 breast milk 嘅，唔能夠俾到母乳啦 ，and they use the milk powder 會用奶粉啦 as a substitution 就作為取代嘅。And there is the problem that there is not enough nutrients in the milk powder. But nowadays, 去到今時今日咧 somehow most of the nutrients can be artificially added to the milk powder. 已經係能夠啦，係完整咁樣擺咗落去 milk powder 度噶啦。Okay? Of course, if you're asking me, would it be better to still have breastfeeding than using the milk powder? I'm not very sure. And you can go and search yourself. OK? 咁第一樣嘢啦 breastfeeding 嘅好處就有 mostly all the essential 嘅 nutrients 咁然之後啦 the protein 其實會比較 very small in size 嘅 so what are they? They are very small in size 通常會係咩amino acids 可能會係呢一啲嘅 peptides alright? So they are not very difficult to digest. OK? 咁會一啲嘅奶類啦，所以啦 protein they are easily digest 而 easily absorbed by the baby 啦。好，最尾 this is very important. They contain antibodies. So starting from 呢一個嘅placenta 啦 ，antibody will be able to pass from the mother's body to the fetus 嘅 body 啦。And even during breastfeeding 喺母乳餵哺期間咧，其實 the breast milk will also contain some antibody to protect 呢一個嘅 baby 嘅。點解啊 ？How? Because it enhance 增加咗呢個 immunity 免疫啦，指到嗰度啦 immunity。Alright, and then the last part 就係 to the mother 啦，咁有啲咩用啊 ？So somehow breastfeeding 係會 helps the recovery of your uterus 嘅，OK？And then 亦都另外一樣嘢啦 ，breastfeeding 係會 reduce 咗減少咗呢一個 risk of breast cancer 啦，同埋 ovarian cancer。所以其實啲咩 breast cancer 當然就會係乳癌啦 ，ovarian。So what is ovarian? What is it related to? 當然就會係同呢個 ovary 相關啦，即係卵巢癌啦。Alright？And then the last part, the close contact 啦，between 呢一個 mother and the baby 啦 ，is also a type of 一個嘅 parental care 嚟噶嘛，係咪啊？所以就可以 enhance 咗佢哋嘅 bonding 啦 ，bonding 即係佢哋嗰個關係啦。Alright, so that's all for this video, and this is just like a little small break. And there will be one more video to go about the birth control. The birth control is also a very important part, so please get ready for it. And that will be the end for chapter 13, the next video. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video and good job. Okay, so see you and bye bye.